So ultimately, hey, it's me again. You know, I want to be a mom, and that's been what this whole thing has been about. You know, I went through a phase where I was constantly praying, Lord, if this is not your will for us, you know, if we're not supposed to have parents or, you know, adopt or be a parent or whatever, you know, please take this desire away, you know, from me. And, you know, so far that desire hasn't gone anywhere. You know, and then a little voice creeps in my head and it's like, do you really think desire is going to go anywhere? You know, even if this is not what it's supposed to be. So I don't know. You know, I struggle with that. You know, I know the devil knows our weaknesses and he will get in there best he can. And I've been thinking about that this weekend, you know, struggling with that. I really think not that he allowed this to happen, because it's a good thing. It's blessings, you know, I know that. But it's still really hard, and it's really hard to deal with. You know, it's not fun when everybody else around you is having a baby, but you. You know, when you think 3 years of this, that I would be used to it by now, and it doesn't get any easier. You know, you think when it's somebody you really love, and you only want good things for, that you could never think bad about. Knowing that you're gonna love that baby so much you can't stand it, you think that will keep you from being selfish enough to feeling sorry for yourself and thinking bad thoughts, and it doesn't. You know, I wish that I was stronger and more confident to not be that way. It makes me feel guilty. But I have to pick up, because nobody's going to do it for me. And, you know, I've prayed about it, and I know that I have to, you know, it's got to change. My attitude's got to change. Which I keep saying stuff without saying stuff. So basically, I've really been all over the place. This is the third time I made this video, or these videos. So anyways, you know, that's where we stand. I hope that, you know, 2 years from now, when I'm a mom and I think about having to wait 2 years, I get really upset. You know, and I think I talked about this in my first video, but I think what has made it the most hard is, you know, I feel like I'm playing that role. I know it's not the same. But I have my best friend. I help out with her kids a lot when she's gone and she travels. And, you know, when she's gone for 3 or 4 days in a row, and my mind is solely focused on those kids and doing things for the kids, and I'm in mommy mode, so to speak, and then she comes home that next day, and I have to go back to my sad, childless reality, it is not fun. And I wouldn't trade anything in the world for those times I have with them. And I don't want things to be different as far as that's concerned. I love doing it. And it makes me, they're my joys for sure. But it makes it hard. And I've been doing so much better with that, not having the depression since the weight loss surgery, mostly because my focus has just been on this. But it's still hard. When my cousin Faith and her husband lived off, and they had to come stay with us for, you know, a weekend at a time. She's got 4 kids, and we have a house full of 4 kids. You know, in the morning, your feet hit the floor, and you're being woke up by pitter patter. You know, those are my favorite times. And then when they would go home after the whole long weekend was over, it was miserable. I was miserable. So those have probably been the worst days, was waking up like 3rd or 4th day with nobody there, just you and your husband. And I love my husband, and he's been so good through the whole thing, but you know, it's just hard. So now that I've made really super long videos, you know a little more about me. If you've got questions, I'm sure there's things I'd skipped over and didn't even get to, but ultimately not being able to have a kid was my breaking point. So that's where we are, and hopefully in a couple years, you know, I'll be able to say it was all worth it. And I know that, you know, to be healthy and considered a semi-normal weight. I know that's a blessing. And in all things, I really, you know, the biggest thing, and that's one of the things I prayed, is that God will get the glory for all of this, no matter what happens. So, you know, I just want to give him honor and glory and praise. And I want to be, you know, a good example for somebody else. And hopefully, you know, somebody, you know, a couple years down the road, somebody will say, well, you know, that Sarah girl, or Sarah Robinson girl, she, you know, she had weight loss surgery and then she had a baby and everything was great. So that's my hope and that's my prayer. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I just want to thank you for my new subscribers. I feel so blessed to be a part of this community and having the support that I've had so far. So, okay, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.